As we are now 2 issues from catching up, we now see Bruce inside Arc M as this terrifying version of Mr. Freeze has captured him after revealing his disgusting form and his weird powers. And since I've definitely been spoiling myself, I know things are about to get absolutely insane, so let's get into Absolute Batman issue 8. And we start with Mr. Freeze dragging Batman to some unknown place as we see a continuation of the conversation between Wayland as he lays into Bruce about the toll Batman's gonna take and the way he's treating them. And as he drags Bruce to this tube, we see that one touch to the skin has completely sapped Bruce of all his strength, and we know he's very strong. Although he does show one more moment of defiance by grabbing Mr. Freeze by the neck and scaring him a bit, but all he has to do is touch him one more time, and now he's sapped into unconsciousness. And this ability is affecting his body so much, one of his eyes has turned blue as we see those blue veins getting very close to his brain. But now Bruce is woken up inside the tube, as Mr. Freeze tells him, "Ah, good. I hope you enjoyed your rest. There won't be any sleeping in the ice after all. The pain won't let you." And this is something he revealed to us in the last issue where he says all those people that are frozen, they are not asleep and they are not unfeeling. As the ice twists and grinds up against the skin, they feel everything, and they feel everything forever as they cannot age inside the ice. This is truly a torturous thing to do to someone, and it looks like Bruce has no way out. Not only that, but we learn that Bruce is not alone. A lot of the wealthiest families in Gotham are also here, thinking they could come here at the end of their lives and just go into the ice, hoping that when they came out, things would be better, things would be forgiven and fixed. But clearly we see the ice is not that simple, as he says. But the ice isn't salvation, it's the memory of all we want to forget. It's vengeance. As he turns the machine on and begins to freeze Bruce, and he lets him know it's essentially about to be hell. And for the next 30 hours, he's gonna wish he was dead. But he hopes that Bruce is like him, that eventually he accepts the pain, even comes to love it. So this dude is absolutely twisted, and Bruce is now being frozen alive. And while he's suffering in his icy hell, we get more of the conversation between Bruce and Wayland, as it starts to heat up and Bruce starts to get pissed off, pushing Wayland away, telling him he doesn't want to hurt him. But Wayland lets him know, you can try, but if you leave now, you're no better than Matches was, as he believes Bruce is a coward, and so is Batman, leading to them starting to fight each other. And Bruce is going through it, as he says, every single cell shrieks. There's no room for anything else anymore. No feeling but this. No thought but this. I am nothing but agony. And this does truly look terrifying. It looks like it really hurts. Bruce is turning from pale to blue, eyes bloodshot red, grinding his teeth, really suffering through all of this cold. And as Bruce's suffering continues to ramp up, we see more of the fight between him and Wayland, as Bruce tells him, "But I'm a coward, right?" And Wayland says, "Yeah, you are," and he finally explains why he believes so. As Ozzy told him when Bruce jumped on the boat to go stop the party animals, there was no way off. He knew that what he was doing was a suicide mission, and so was going into Arc M. He believes what Bruce is doing is taking the easy way out, just like Matches did, just how Matches lived his life, and he doesn't like it, as he gets the upper hand on Bruce. And there's always a moment in these Absolute comics where they got some beautiful ass writing, and here is that moment. As Bruce is still trying to find a way out, we get some real Batman plot convenience, as it turns out Mr. Freeze put him in here with his cast on. I would think he'd try and remove this, but because of that, Batman does have a way out. 3 tries to break the tube before he's frozen solid. But we also get a crazy reveal that I did not expect. See, last issue we had Way say something about Matches, that we all know why he's the way he is, but we didn't get that revealed. It's revealed now. As it turns out, when Batman's father, Thomas Wayne, went to get all the kids and protect them, Matches was the last one. Matches always blamed himself for Bruce's father being killed. And the weight of something like this, it ate at Matches for the rest of his life. This is why he said he owed Bruce. This is why he lived his life on the edge, why he acted like he didn't care. The guilt crumbled the man until there was nothing left. And as Wayland tells Bruce while he's on the ground, "Is that where you are? Is there nothing left? Are you down to 0? We see Bruce state, "I'm down to 1. And it's him talking about his gauntlet as he has one more shot to get out of this tube, and Wayland helps Bruce up. So we see, although we're talking literally when it comes to his gauntlet, we're also talking about Bruce himself, as he is not where Matches was. He's not living on the edge, he's not at 0, and there is something left. And with that something, with that drive to never give up, to still want to live, Bruce does, in fact, break free. And it's up for Mr. Freeze. And we see Freeze talking to someone. I'm assuming it's Absolute Joker, but we see them working together, and it turns out Mr. Freeze has been busy. See, it's been snowing for a while in Gotham, something that he caused. But it's not just that, as he put markers in the crystals of the snow, and whoever's skin they touched in Gotham, now this mystery person has their genetic profile. 92% of the city's population, and they could do something pretty twisted to any one of them, so Gotham is in serious danger. And as this person asks him about Matches Malone and if anyone's looking into it, Mr. Freeze says no one worth mentioning, and Matches was a nobody anyway. No one's gonna come knocking. Yeah, somebody comes knocking. Absolute fucking Batman, as he's ready to tear Mr. Freeze apart for what he's done to him, his friend, and his city. And as hype as this entrance was, this is gonna be a pretty dangerous fight, as Bruce is still hypothermic, still very cold, trying to hide the shivering. He's doing his best to weaken Mr. Freeze so he actually stands a chance. But here we see absolute Mr. Freeze is an absolute unit, as he burns him right in the face and it doesn't even do that much damage. And as he smacks Bruce away, Bruce learns he's actually incredibly powerful as well, as there's ice inside of the tissue of his muscles, so he can exert a massive amount of force on top of being incredibly fast and incredibly durable. And we see that speed in full effect as Bruce tries another attempt at weakening him by going for his nerve bundles, but this dude looks like a creature from a horror movie. He's able to climb on walls, too fast for Bruce even to react, as he grabs his face and slams him right through a wall. And this does some real damage. Rotator cuff shot. I can feel 2 ribs splintering as I breathe. Bruce is in trouble, although he tries to play it off. And we're still seeing the conflict play out between Bruce and Waylon as he continues to help Bruce up and they continue their conversation. But as we get back to the fight, Mr. Freeze has a terrifying surprise for Batman. As it turns out, those wealthy families that came here to be preserved by V-Corps, they're being used as undead cold zombies. And he's got them all under his control as they swarm Bruce. And we see Waylon speaking to Bruce, asking him if he wants to die. As he asks Bruce, is that all Batman is? You back at the zoo, standing outside the door this time, just like your father. And Waylon lets him know that the death of his father is not what made him a hero, it was his life. As we see Bruce continuing to fight these barely alive people. And we see after everything they've suffered, their body is not really that solid anymore, as Bruce punches one and his jaw flies completely off. And yet, although they keep falling apart in his hands, they keep swarming him as if they want him to do this. Which makes a lot of sense in a pretty heartbreaking way, because we've already seen many times now that Mr. Freeze says being in the ice like that, you feel everything. It is pure torture, pure pain and agony. And when he called out to these people after he woke them up, Mr. Freeze said Bruce was here to save them, and to them, this may be being saved, being killed so that they can finally end their cold suffering. As he continues to press Bruce, do you want to die? And Bruce repeats it, no. So he finally gets through to him, and he lets him know if you don't want to die, then you need to fight like somebody who grew up in Crime Alley. You need to fight like a survivor. Fight like you want to live. And we see as Bruce is surrounded by these zombies, and Mr. Freeze is taunting him, telling him, come at me, bro. Instead of going at him, instead of ripping everyone apart and throwing caution to the wind on his suicide mission, he decides to make a tactical retreat, to fight like a survivor, and to listen to the people that care about him. And as Bruce makes his retreat, he tries to call Waylon, and honestly, after this issue, Waylon was such a good guy. That really is his best friend. And he's trying to warn him about what's going on with the snow, trying to let him know that 92% of the population is about to get tested on, and that he needs to get out of there. He needs to warn their friend group. But before he can get to him, because he doesn't answer his phone, he is taken by these mysterious people and shipped off to Ark M. As they say, he's the perfect test subject. This hurt my soul. I knew because of his name he would obviously at some point become Killer Croc, but I did not want this. I wanted Waylon to be untouched because he is such a good guy in the absolute universe. But man, the issue ends on a pretty dark note as we know what's coming for Waylon Jones. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. We'll be back for issue number 9 of Absolute Batman, where we meet Absolute Bane.